Hey beer tubers, Ryan here. Today I'm going to build a manifold for a mash tun. Now I'm using this igloo cooler as going to be using that as my mash tun, and I bought a cooler conversion kit from Northern Brewer. As you can see down there, I've taken out the normal end in the cooler, and then all you do is you just put that. There's a coupling in there with an O-ring seal on the inside, and then on the outside there's another O-ring and nut, and then that allows you to hook up this really nice ball valve that I bought. So this is the stainless steel version of this, so only the wort is going to touch stainless steel, which is real nice. And so inside I'm going to build up a manifold using PVC. I bought 1/2 inch, I think it's schedule 40 1/2 inch PVC, and then I'm going to use all these to build out a manifold for it. So I'm going to go roughly that shape. It's going to have 2 long ones or 3 long ones going through it. So now I just got to figure out the spacing and what works inside my cooler, and then the cross is going to go out to another a slip cap with a threaded end that I have into this coupler right here. So I'm going to see how this goes. I've never built this before, but I thought I'd show you at least what I'm doing. This is definitely one of the cheaper ways to build up a mash tun for your all grain brewing. So I could have spent a little less money by not buying the Northern Brewer kit and sourcing the parts on my own. But I was feeling kind of lazy in that respect, and they kind of had some stuff just all planned out. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to start cutting up some pipe and see how the fitting goes. Okay, so here's what I have so far. There's the T, and I got a small piece of pipe going into that slip cap to threaded connector, and then into the coupler that goes to the ball valve. So with this I can mock that up inside and then figure out the length of pipe that's going to go down to the other end of the cooler. Okay, so I have everything kind of laid out inside. Now I know I lose a lot of area over here, so I will lose some efficiency with that grain that's going to be sitting on that side, which I'm just going to have to deal with. Maybe I should have taken that guy right there and made it a T and then come over and then down, which I might do in the future. I'm not going to be gluing this yet because I'm going to see how it works, but I am using the balanced approach that Jim Palmer uses in his book How to Brew. And if you look there's some graphs on which approach. Now the balanced approach is you use the pipe against the wall is half the distance of the spacing between the pipes. So I was going to plan on using 2-inch spacing between pipes and then 1 inch away from the wall. So that's what I'm shooting for with this, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so here's more or less what I came up with. I ended up having to go to a different spacing length. The pipes are 4 inches apart, and then from the outer wall they're going to be 2 inches. So unfortunately I do have that gap over here, so I will lose some efficiency, but hopefully this will work out for me. It's about as good as I'm going to do for now. So now there comes the real fun part of sawing out all the little slits for each pipe. So I'm going to do that and then take it all apart and then clean all the parts. I'll probably soak them in OxyClean overnight, see how that does. If that doesn't clean them well enough, then I'm going to use either some denatured alcohol or MEK, which is methyl ethyl ketone, which is pretty potent stuff, and that'll get this pipe nice and clean. Okay, so I have the manifold built up. I sawed slits on the bottom of the manifold, and you only do it lengthwise. According to the How to Brew book, he said you get channeling if you do the ones that are crossways. And so I filled it up with water. This isn't really much of a test because there's no grain bed in here to see how well it will, one, keep out the grains, how easily it might clog and all that. But I figured I'd fill it out with water and see what kind of what comes out, if anything. There we go. Okay, so I'm getting a good amount of water coming out of that. It's a good sign. I just need to clean out the inside of those lengthwise pipes, get all the debris from the cutting out, and it should be good to go. And yeah, I'm going to clean that out clean them also with alcohol or MEK. But so far so good. That's how it's going to work. And I do have some flow control with this when I sparge. So if I want to go, like, say, that slow. So I think it's going to work out pretty nicely.